Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elishea. I'm a psychic medium. Everything we do here is channeled. And in today's reading, I'm going to do a reading that I very rarely do, but I feel like it's something that we could all use right now. And it's going to have to do with your money messages. So, you know, the way that money, however I phrase it in the title, usually I have the title ready, but I felt guided to just hit record, and that's the reading that's come through. So for someone, you could be touching your face a lot and dealing with acne, and the angels are saying it's specifically to do with the germs that you put on your face, because you could be trying to cleanse it through your diet or get medicine. But they're saying just for one person, because there's going to be different reasons for everyone who could deal with that. It does have to do with like something to do with your hands and your face. That was just a message coming through. I just want to give to someone. And then also just like someone's skin being very supple, very soft. I'm getting something about Hebrew, Elishea Lamb as well. So someone, you could be into the true crime industry and you know a lot about that and things that have happened to people, missing people. So just some things that are coming through just to let you know you're in the right place. Usually they come through in the piles, but they've come through in the intro, which tells me someone could really need it. I figure all of you guys who are here, not all of you guys, but in some way, shape, or form, you may be struggling, or you may just be wanting to things to escalate in a better way for you. And so in the reading, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down what are the energetic movements of your financial situation, to understand why, because obviously there's a human aspect, so this reading is going to be the spiritual aspect, to understand exactly the movement of energy that's going on with your finances, and any advice and tips or anything that I could let you know to help get things moving for you. But anyone who's in a really shitty situation, whether you have debt, excuse me, I'm having a smoke, you are in arrears, you are just struggling to get your day-to-day essentials and food, you're struggling to take care of someone, this is a reading for those of you guys who are struggling financially. And no matter what you do, you just don't understand why you can't hack the matrix the way that you want to hack it, so you can live in your spiritual means and also have an abundant life in terms of your money. You guys are probably very abundant in other areas of your life, but in this area of your life, you're probably struggling if you've clicked on this video. So if you have money struggles, this reading is for you, basically. Pile number 1, you have the comic. Pile number 2, you have the cave. And pile number 3, you have the judge. Personal readings are open. I don't expect personal readings or donations on a reading where it has to do with money and it has to do with those of you guys who are struggling. But the struggle is going to be different for all of us. So if you do want to book like a mini reading, I've got a 5-minute, 10-minute option. And what I would do is, for those of you guys who want to book a reading, what I'm going to do, just a little announcement for those of you guys who watch me, is I'm actually going to put a couple of my readings on half price. So my personal readings will be updated from now on, just for a period of time, just for a few days or a few whatever. And then when that updates, the newest video will have the updated information. But I will set a date. Actually, let me set a date of a week. So for the next week, a couple of my reading options will be on half price, just in honor of you guys who could be struggling but you may want to get a reading. So those will be for the smaller options, just so there's something, a little something for everyone. But yeah, I am waffling on. I will leave this here and I will see you guys at your pile. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video as guided to. Pile number 1. You guys have the comic representing what are the energetic movements regarding your money for those of you guys who are struggling financially at the moment. So you have Anima Mundi coming out in your pile. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the Eight of Cups reversed. And then you also have Statute, spelt wrong, of Limitations coming out for you guys as well. Okay, so straight away with the Statutes of Limitation. I'm forgetting the S's in my... I'm getting the name Sarah coming through strongly. There's got to be someone called Sarah coming through at some point in this collective, because I keep getting that name. I'm getting something about Burger King. So one of the things your angels want to flag, one of the areas they want you to save. So this pal, you guys, you may not have savings, and it feels like no matter how hard you try and save, there's always some expense that you've got to deal with as to why you don't have savings. And the angels, I'm hearing the angels say, yeah, that's divinely guided. Your path is different. And you guys in this pile, if you have an abundance of money, and it's going to piss someone off, but just bear through the reading, because they're not going to leave you on this note and leave you pissed off. They're here to help you. And I'm the medium channeling the messages from the other side for you guys. So just bear with me. But if you had the money, that you do have it in energy, of course, anyone can have access to the spiritual side of it, but the physical side of it, not everyone has the access that they want, and not everyone has access. It's a very hard world we live in. So in a very hard time, and I can resonate with this too, because it's been my path as well, but I'm getting it for you guys. Throughout very hard times, the last thing you want to hear is that, yeah, well, I intend this for you. Not the hard times, but I intend for you to not have not sufficient, because I feel like God's spirit source always make sure you have what you need. And if you step back for a second, because I feel like this is how you deal with anxiety, you do have what you need. Sometimes, though, your needs are not met and you don't have what you need. But if you pay attention to those times, because I feel like in this power it's happened quite a lot, they want you to look at the bigger picture. They're saying, we recognize your finances are down. We always make sure we get you what you need. Sometimes there are times where you have what you want and you don't have what you need, and sometimes there are times where you don't have any of those things and you're like really down and out in your face. And those times, they're saying, are due to interference from devil frequencies. So it's you wouldn't see that on the face of it, unless it's yourself and you're making decisions, like in the devil card, to spend money on substances, or just abuse your money, or spend your money on shopping and things that aren't relevant for the moment, or things you're not going to use. Or you could be in debt because, someone screwed you over, and in that case, it's not your fault. But this is in a more subtle, nuanced energy. So this is nothing you're directly doing, unless you are spending money on takeout and certain things like that. They actually want you to do a purge and cleanse and save some money that way for a month, because you're going to need it later. So just a pre-warning, there's going to be an expense that comes up about a month from now for someone here. I'm getting the name Michael, Pete, Jerry, Lola, Phil. But I'm hearing Philip. That's my dad's name, actually. And Sonny. It's just reminding me of Sonny with a chance. And obviously Sonny came from Wisconsin, and she's on this TV series that is not as popular as like Mackenzie Falls, which Chad is on. And so the way that everything kind of flows in Sonny with a Chance, even the way the relationship goes, is it feels like the movies, because it's a series, so they're saying your financial path is more like the movies. You're going from rags to riches. We need you at the rags because of who you're going to educate when you're at the riches, because of who you're going to be around when you're at the riches. These are people you're going to be around, and rich could mean anything. It could mean that you make $2,000 a month. It could mean that you make 100,000 pounds a month. Take it how it connects in your personal situation. But what I'm getting very strongly, why am I hearing due to a lack of respect? That threw me off guard. But there are people that you will be around when you reach the peak of your financial situation in your life, and may be exponential. And these are people you'll be making deals with. These are people that you'll be collaborating with or talking with. This could even be a partner, a spouse, someone you're going to marry, and you're going to have to deal with financial matters together. But I am getting this is someone or people that don't come from the same background as you, and they need there's a combination. If this is a spouse, this is not going to be an awful person. I trust that God is guiding you to the right person finally for everyone in this goddamn spiritual community, because not goddamn, but God bless spiritual community, because we've all been through it the past 5 years, 6, 7 years. So not so much for the spouse, but if this is a business or a company or something, there are going to be people that don't come from the same trials and tribulations and hardships as you. And as a result of that, the way that they deal with matters is quite insensitive, and your sensitivity is going to be needed. That's a random message coming through for some reason, but for someone, your financial situation could be fucked right now due to debt or legal situations, anything that has to do with contracts, legalities. But for someone here, you need to know you're going to be winning money back through the lens of courts, whether this is tax you're owed because you've been overtaxed, as one of the examples. Obviously this is more long term because we're in, it depends on when you find this video, because this is timeless, so you could be right at the end of the tax year. You're going to get a tax return, some kind of like getting something about overdraft. You're going to be allowed for overdraft if you've been trying to apply for overdraft for someone here, or a loan. You're going to get a yes on a loan very, very soon for someone if you've been looking for a loan. You guys live very frugally, so this is not the kind of pal where it's not like you lot are spoiled and you're just spending your money and you're struggling. I feel like you guys live very, very frugally. There's nothing more you can do. You're saving, or you're making money to the best of your ability in the current timeline. When I say there's nothing more you can do, I mean as for removing items or expenses in your month. Like, you've removed everything you possibly could. You couldn't be living any more bare unless you're a minimalist, right? So you're fated to win money, pal one. Win back money. And this is going to be a form of karmic payment for you. This is not excusing the fact that you're struggling and there's a frugality here, but you're going to win money. And there's so many ways you can win money, whether you win an amazing spouse who happens to have quite nice money. Obviously, this is more long-term stuff, more short-term stuff. You could win the lotto. Obviously, this feels like a movie, but that's the point. That's what I was getting from the comic card. It's the way that the energy moves and the way that it works out in the end. You're going to look back on your life and be like, God, this feels like a movie. I told someone, it doesn't have to do with money, but I told someone the other day some of the things happening in my life, and they literally said, this sounds like a fucking movie. And I'm like, it does, doesn't it? It sounds like a fucking movie. So many people watch movies and be like, oh, you know the saying where it's like, it's not this, this is real life. It's not like the movies. It's like the movies have been written based off of real life, because no one can write or create from what that's not the word I'm looking for. No one can creator. No one can write or create from absolutely truly nothing. You know, you take bits and pieces. Other people, like, it's like this. For some people, they spend 70, 80, 90% of the time channeling. So they're pulling the energy from the other side to get their ideas. And then the other 10%, there's always going to be, for every single person on this planet, tangible physical aspects we draw from our lives to create the projects and the stories and the things that we do. We take inspiration, you know. And that goes for every human being on planet Earth. So your life probably might just inspire a movie for someone here. For someone, you're avoiding going down a legal route to get compensation for something because of who you have to face. The angels are saying you're going to win money from it. And it's not about reducing you down to money, because you're like, okay, this person caused me trauma, I'm uncomfortable, they caused me pain, they caused me the worst time in my life, I don't want to be in the same room as them. And there are ways around that, is what the angels are saying. But they want you to look at it from the angle of God, spirit, source, universe is trying to deliver me financial, I don't want to say help or aid, but finances that are going to improve my life in such a way that I can upgrade to a timeline that will keep me most connected to my root. Because we do need money. We need it. We can't not have money. You need it to live. If you don't have it, then you're probably going to die. If you don't have access to someone that has access to it, then you're probably going to die. You know, it's rough. Every single person on this planet, most people, unless you're a child, the child needs money. It's just the parent does it for the child. You know, they get the money and they spend it. I'm going on a tangent here. But pal number one, you're meant to win money. And I'm hearing, for some of you guys, this is compensation for a past life where money was stolen from you. So this is, like I said in the beginning, in the intro, this reading is going to be done in a spiritual way, just because of the context and everything. But yeah, basically you're going to win money. But I know right now, because I can feel the energy in this pile, that that's not particularly helpful for you. So we're going to get the helpful messages, but they wanted to let you know. It could be helpful for some of you guys, actually. But yeah, they wanted to let you know. And they're probably letting you know this now because it's going to happen very soon. And this is the big money. Now we're going to look into the short-term money. And again, the reason why you could look at people that win money, whether it's through the lotto or they get lucky in love or whatever it may be, or something. They write a book and it does really well, and it does well fast. For someone, if you're a writer, get your face, if you can, on TikTok and share some of your writings, because people are going to want to buy it. Just a message from the other side. Confirmation. My phone just went off. But it's compensation for a past life or when you were younger in this life for what you were put through. So long-term, large scale, you're winning money. For someone, this is through the stock market. Short-term is what we need to talk about, because I feel like you guys are a bit fragmented and all over the place with what the fuck to do and how the fuck to make money. For someone here, you have 5 different options. Now this reading is more so to look at the energetic movement to help you understand things, because that understanding itself can shift your energy and your thoughts in such a way where all of a sudden you have the idea on exactly what to do. You have a lot of cosmic help, by the way. That's just something coming through. I'm hearing something about a candy shop. If I could take it to the candy shop or something like that. Some of you could have recently gone dentist, or there's a need to go to the dentist. And for some of you, could be struggling with bags under your eyes, losing sleep, maybe because you're overworking, you still can't, like, you don't know how to get out of this cycle. But yeah, this reading is less to tell you what you're meant to be doing. It's not to tell you what your career path is, but it is to look at the energetic movements of your money and bring you clarity that can help shift things in the undercurrents of energy, so you don't see it happening. This could be happening psychologically, or just you having the understanding. Is like God needs you to have the understanding of something to then align you to a timeline tomorrow where you're going to meet someone who has an understanding of something, and you both need those understandings to connect, and you're going to connect, and things are just going to ripple in a beautiful way. And literally a few months from now, you guys are like making bank because you've come up with an idea. That's not unrealistic. You guys do feel like you need to work for yourself in this power, but you feel like you currently work for someone else. Or if you don't work, whatever your situation is, things are up here. But there's definitely a winning of money. It's owed to you. Power 1. From a past life or this life. Short term. They wanted to highlight. You guys are really blocked in the short term, because I'm blocked as I'm channeling now. That's the whole point. Now, for someone, you're being called to make bracelets very strongly, charm bracelets. I'm getting that very strongly. I'm getting something about collages. Again, for someone, maybe you really need to be told what to do right now. Even though it's not my job to tell you exactly what you're meant to pursue. Not in this reading. If I do a reading about that, then that will be my job, but not today. But you're definitely struggling with a short term. For someone else here, you really got to write. You got to write, because that Ace of Wands is looking like a quilt to me, and it's just really standing out. I don't know, I just heard sign-in checks really loudly. For someone, you need to write literally about what you know. Where, regardless of where you've learned it from, in your own words, you need to write about what you know. For someone, you need to try the blog medium, where you can make posts and you can earn some money. I get a lot of arts and craft in this pile. This feels like a pile where money finds its way to you, whether you figured out what to do or not. But you guys are really stuck on the short-term solution here. And it kind of feels like to me that you're trying to do it yourself, the short-term solution. Like if it's £50 or dollars that you need, $100 or pounds that you need, you are trying to make that yourself, and then that's being taken care of for you. So you're not able to make it yourself, but it still finds its way in. Because the angels, your guides, are making sure it's finding its way. They're taking care of the short term. The short term is that your angels are taking care of it. The long term is that in the 3D, you are going to win money. There are so many ways this can happen. Please know that, because I feel a resistance in this, pal. This could even be that you get a book deal for someone. There's a writer that's come in. And Shayla, if you're watching, your name has come up and your energy has come up. Especially in the last reading, pile number 1. So just shouting you out. I didn't know if I should say that or not, but it feels guided, so it's fine. But wow, yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I'm saying wow, because nothing's wow here. You guys are struggling. I feel like you're looking at what to do here. But you're going to hate me for saying this, or don't hate me for saying this. Your angels are the short-term solution, but the energetic movements happening right now with your money is that you're meant to win it. You're going to win money. Everything's building up to that in your life. But I feel like that leaves you in that really hard in-between place where it's like, well, angels, I can't take care of my short-term cash. Long-term is not gonna, it's gonna come long-term. So I appreciate that. Short-term, you guys feel like you need it. Like whether I'm getting Virgos, Capricorns, Leos here. Like you need to be able to make it yourself to feel secure for yourself. Your angels are taking care of the short term. You probably, some of you guys could be on benefits here. Or some of you guys, you have that steady job, but you really need extra money because have you seen inflation? Whatever it may be. I know this is probably not going to make some of you guys happy, but because it's leaving you in this in-between place. But I would not be surprised if this has been orchestrated because your angels need you to rest. They need you to rest because I'm getting very strongly that you overwork in this pile. That's what I'm getting my Virgos, my Capricorns especially. You overwork the fuck out of yourself. The bags. It's a mask on someone's face. It's a cat mask. But it looks like the cat has bags in the comic card. You guys overwork. So right now, as annoying, as frustrating as it may be, the short-term money situation that you're dealing with, your angels have been taking care of it. When you look at the bigger picture, Anima Mundi, and how it's all come together, and how everything is at any given point in time, you will see that somehow you keep surviving. It shows up. How many times has the miracles happened? Because for some of you, it's happening multiple times a day, and you're taken care of, and you're still here. And your angels are doing that. They don't want you going out there doing anything more right now. They need you to rest. Because some of you guys, excuse the wind, have really been through it. And you can burn yourself out. Honestly, I feel like you can tire yourself out to the point of death. I feel like it's like the way that society is and how tired people get and like the way their bodies are run down from everything. And then like, especially if like myself, you're a bigger person, so there's more stress in your body, or just the mental well-being of all of us too in this economy. So your angels are taking care of the short term, and the long term is that you're winning money as compensation. The in-between place you're in right now is called rest. You need it. So it's okay if this pile doesn't make you feel the best. This is still the most important message that you need to hear, because this is going to allow you to accept things right now. And the acceptance, they're saying acceptance makes money manifest easier. When you just accept, like I know this because I live this day in, day out. Like when I try harder, when I put more time and energy, like when I've not tried is when I've made the money. Well, I have tried obviously, and I've had to do a lot of walking about and running errands. But in comparison to how long I have spent online doing survey stuff or games or whatever it may be to try and earn money, I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I've only made a few pence, a pound or something, versus me just being like, you know what, I don't know what the fuck to do, and I just go through my day, and then I get the intuitive nudge to reach out to someone or to go for a walk, and then I bump into someone and I get to know them, and it's like, hey, you're able to help me out with the 10 pounds that I need right now, thank you so much. And yeah, so like, you guys, you're in a period of rest. Accepting it is going to allow the angels to, because it's just making me think of how I will sit down and I'll be online and I'll be searching all these different ways and trying out all these different things just to be let down and let down and let down, and nothing's happening. Whereas when I have just put my phone down or whatever, and then I've just gone about my day and I've like gone for a walk or something, the money comes. I still got to put a little bit of effort in, but it comes. So they don't want you overworking, because overworking is just going to do the opposite. It's going to take you away from your short-term cash, because your short-term cash right now in the eyes of God is in the hands of your angels, because they want you to rest. The universe wants you to rest, and nothing you can do about power number one, no matter how mad you get at me or them for it. You understand? So that's kind of what's going on. That's the energetic movements. Like I said in the intro, I'm putting some of my readings on half price for the next week. So feel free to book, just in honor of you guys who are struggling. If you want to donate, I don't expect it from you guys, but I appreciate it so much. Other videos, it's fine to like appreciate and welcome that in. But in this video, given that it's a money struggles video, again, I don't, for someone here, someone told a massive lie on you, a legal lie. It's money you're getting back from there. Okay? Sparkle on, love bugs. I don't know why I just said that. That was so fucking random. For someone you're meeting someone in love who's gonna be able to take care of you with the short-term stuff. You still have your own money that you're making in the way that you've already been doing it. But for someone here, there is one person where you really are looking for a job. Like, you really, really are looking for a job. And I hate to say this because I just heard it. It's not my personal opinion because I don't agree with it. But what I just heard as a medium was, it's going to happen when it happens. Sit your ass down, rest, receive. Okay? So yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love in this pile. Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos guided to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pile number 2, you guys have the cave card over here. So we're basically looking at the energetic movements of your financial situation, your money. Long-term and short-term may come through, like in pile 1. This is not to tell you what career you're meant to have, but this is to help you understand why money moves the way that it does for you, and to help you shift certain things just by a mindset change. Or there could be some directed advice like apply for this or try this or whatever. But yeah, so you guys have the Father. It was sideways. So you got the Father coming out for your pile. You have Judgment. Move this here. And then you also have the Fool coming out for you guys. Okay. You also have search bar. Last but not least. Alright, angels tap me into this pile. Welcome back, by the way, for someone. Excuse my blink. I'm just feeling the energies right now, pile 2. Your energies are moving a lot slower. Pile 1, I was just like busting right on in. You guys, I just feel like I need to chill. I need to calm. Now, someone like myself, you could work online. You may want to apply for being someone that does research, and you're going to make some short-term cash that way. Is one of the methods they're wanting to let you know. They're also saying there are methods rather, that you are not aware of, that you're going to be coming into awareness of. And I may have some things that you're not aware of too. There you go, confirmation. My phone just went off. Yeah, I may have some messages for you of things that you... Everything is set and confirmed. I just got a text message from a spam number, but it says everything is set and confirmed. S heaven. In your pile number 2, there you go. Your angels want to let you know everything is set. Everything was set before you were even born on how your money's going to go. So slightly similar to pile number 1. Slightly similar, but different. You could be following from pile number 1 actually in this pile. I'm so hungry right now. It's so random it's coming through. You guys, we need to talk about it. We have to talk about it because I feel like you don't want to talk about it, whatever it is. You guys in this pile are absolutely searching for a new job. The job already exists, but it's going to require you being out there, an out there person. It's the perfect job for you. But you guys feel very introverted. For someone here, due to father trauma, PTSD, due to your father, or the masculine distorted energy in society of the working and the hustling and the grinding, or both things. But there's heavy PTSD and trauma I get in this pile. For someone, we can go a lot deeper here, but I should go deeper. So for someone, just a trigger warning, there is something about a very big trigger warning here. There is something about molestation coming through, so I do pick up on that sometimes because of the energies, the energetic collectives that come in for my help. And some part of you is trying to get so far away. For the one person or the few people who have gone through that, God bless you. And for the rest of you guys, in regards to your the way you've been working and how you've been making your money, you're trying so hard to get away from the rigidity of the masculine energy. This feels like you guys don't work for yourself and you want to work for yourself. Or you work for yourself, but it's monotonous and you want to work for yourself in a different way. For some of you could want to go back to, regular employment jobs that you find online and that you go and interview for and have to get up each day physically and go to work for. You could want that. It could be part of your routine. Now, the job is already there. If you're searching online, which you probably are, the listing is already there. The topic is already there. The theme is already there. The very thing that's going to make you short-term cash and short-term money is already there. This feels short-term, so it could be cash in hand, or it could be you get paid weekly, or you even get paid daily. For someone, you're looking for something that pays you daily, so you can have that money in your hand each day. There's something there, but it's something that requires you to be more extroverted. So you could be saying, well, God, Spirit Source, Universe, and Elishea's team, who's getting Elishea to say these messages, well, they're not getting me to, I'm choosing to, but they're the ones telling me this information, so I'm just a messenger, so don't shoot me, don't come after me, don't hack my devices. Anyways, so that went up a few octaves, didn't it? Creepy crawlies I'm getting. Some of you guys in this pile, there's like you want to get away from the masculine working world. Like, you've seen stuff and you've experienced it and you see how it's dangerous for people's health and their spiritual well-being, and you want to get away from it. There's something dangerous to you here in the working world, the money world, and you want to get away from it. And you want to be in something like this. Is the discipline, but the way that the discipline is done is in ways that are quite toxic. And I feel like you could have had an upbringing where you were quite told off by your parent. And I'm getting specifically a father here. So if you weren't doing good, or you could have just grown up with really strict rules, or you could have grown up just going through abuse and trauma and things like that. So someone, you need to sober up. I don't know if you go back there and you hear my words, you hear what I just said. It sounded like I said sober you need. That's how the channeling works sometimes. But this is you lot getting told off for things you're doing that aren't wrong. You're actually doing what's right. you growing up that way. So getting told off or messing up is a stress for you. So you're a perfectionist. That perfectionism is wearing you out. You want to, you guys are introverted. I don't feel like naturally though, your natural way as a soul, I'm not talking as a human, because those two things are separate, but they work together. You're a soul incarnated in a human body, right? Not sound condescending. I don't know why I just got a condescending. That's your energy. You guys are like so worried about people telling you off over the smallest of things, the word you choose to use in a sentence. It could be that you guys are in your last penny right now when someone's asking you for money and you don't have anything to give to them, and you have to tell them that, and you feel so ashamed and so down that you can't help them out with £5, $5, like you feel bad about it. And that's nothing to feel bad about, because you're an honest worker. You work hard. You live life honestly. Pile number 2. And that rigidity, yeah, it's not for you. I feel like you guys are naturally extroverted as a soul, but because of trauma and abuse and PTSD and getting told off and that rigidity that comes from the distorted masculine energy, not the healed masculine energy, but the distorted masculine energy is the working world. That is the one of the biggest masculine. It is the masculine energy in the planet, the working world. I have oracle deck upstairs, and it's called the Distorted Masculine, I believe, and it's got all sorts of stuff. It's got a clock on it, it's got the word police on it, it's got all this matrix based stuff, like money. It's got a bank on it, it's got all these different things. So it's mostly in its distorted energy, you guys want to get away from that rigidity, because that's been really, really harmful for you. Not constructive criticism. You guys, you've been brushing it off as if people have been giving you constructive criticism, and they've been outright just bullshitting and like nitpicking you and bullying you for things that don't exist, or things that do exist but are not bad to. Like, it's for someone. Like, you've literally been told off over things that no one should be getting told off for. It's like a child, it's like it's like a, it's like a parent, and they have a child, and the child is on the floor coloring, and the parent gives the child the piece of paper. They put the piece of paper on the floor. They tell the child to color on the floor. They give the child paint. They don't put any paint or pens. They don't put any protective sheet underneath. And then the parent should know children are messy. So the child is painting or whatever, and the paint or the drawing ends up on the floor off the paper. And then the parent, instead of thinking, what, this is a child. Children are messy. That's normal. I can't tell my child off for being messy. I can't punish them for being messy. They're a child. Children are messy. That's just a fact. You got to accept it if you're going to be a parent, Instead of looking at it that way and thinking, what, I will tell the child, let me just clean this up and let's relocate. Let's try not to get this on the floor. Instead of looking at it from that way, this would be seeing the paint on the floor and going and telling the child off and absolutely berating the child and being like, like even giving them time out for getting paint on the floor and making the child feel like it's their fault. It's like, no, yes, they got paint on the floor, but children are messy. They're going to get paint on the floor. So if you give the child the piece of paper and you don't cover the floor, it's your fault, not the child's. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. That's kind of the behavior you have dealt with in your lives. Pile number 2. And it's toxic, and it's messy, and it's harmful. And you guys have become introverted over time because of it. But the job that's for you, the thing that's going to make you the short-term cash, because this pile feels like a short-term cash situation, not a long-term cash. I feel like you guys are more concerned about short-term cash. It's something that requires you to be out there. For someone, it could be social media, and they want you showing your face. And you're going to make money quite fast. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, just a little tidbit of information on me. I've had so many channels. Some of you that are returning know that. And I've had some channels where within 2 weeks I've got my first booking, and 2 weeks is short term, but my short term these days are living day by day quite literally. So you could be in that category. It's not funny, it's quite scary. On that note, I don't expect it from you guys who are struggling, but I do have my personal readings if you want a book to help support me. And, you know, because we're all in different financial brackets here, and you could be in a different bracket and still not have food for the day, believe it or not. Like, it just depends on the way that things happen. Like, you could be in a tax bracket where you make $2,000 per month, you know, and you barely got anything for food because most of that is having to go on debt. Whereas there's someone here where you could be in the tax bracket where you only make, you know, and it's not funny. Trust me, I know this. Where you only make £500 a month, but you don't have to spend that on debt. You have to spend that on your 1-bedroom room, and it leaves you with very little food left for the month. You know, it just depends on the situation. So you could be in that impoverished energy without being in poverty, if that makes sense. Getting something about bankruptcy as well. But I believe you guys, they don't want me to tell you what the job is. They just want you to understand. Your face needs to be a part of it. So start looking for stuff that requires your voice and your face, because you will get the job, because the universe is aligning you to work right now that's going to bring out your truest self, not work that's going to continue to introvert you. So you could be looking for work at home, or working from home, or taking phone calls. I keep getting a lot about taking phone calls or something, or just something you are very familiar with, like being a teacher. If you've been a teacher for like 5-10 years, you're familiar with that, you're comfortable with it, but it's keeping you introverted in ways, and the angels want you out there, you know. So those are some of the energetic movements right now happening for someone. You were slapped as a child, and that's like trauma and PTSD. So I really feel you there. Like a fear that you're going to be hit for messing up. We're humans, we're going to mess up, you know. But I feel like you guys, your mess ups are perfected. Fucking hell, they're perfect mess ups. You can't really mess up in the spa. You guys are just amazing. It's quite awesome. Yeah, so basically, part number 2, your short-term cash job already exists. You're already doing everything right. I feel like I don't need to tell you guys how to search or what to search for. You already know what to do. Just change what you're looking for, because right now you're looking for something that hides your face and hides your voice. They're saying the job that's going to get you the short-term cash that you need requires your face and your voice. And the reason why it's short-term cash is because you're going to spend a lot longer applying for jobs or trying to get a job right now that introverts you. You're going to get a job that extroverts you very quickly, because it's in the natural. Like, you guys are going against the flow of life. You're going for the path of most resistance. Your life, for some reason, is that message where it may be like, fuck, but I don't want to show my face. I'm scared of what will happen. Your angels and God and spirit universe is trying to push you out of that fear, because you're better version of yourself, and you don't always have to be striving for that. The grass is greener on the other side in this case, and you're going to be so much more happier because it's dark in the cave. There's a little light in there. It's not lit, truly, you know, and his mouth is covered. So for someone, it's a job that has to do with your voice. You could be showing your hands or using your hands, so you could have a job where you have to type a lot or text or deal with things digitally. And you're afraid to even use your voice sometimes. Pile number 2. But that's why God, Spirit, Source, Universe is saying exactly. It's your voice. Your voice and your face are the things that you want to hide because of trauma you've gone through. To get you to heal that trauma, we need to get you to show your face and use that voice and speak that mind. Even if it's scary, do it bit by bit by bit to heal that trauma, so you're not afraid to speak anymore. So this is for your healing, pile number 2. I'm going to leave this here. If you want to book that personal, you can find the information down below, as well as a link to donate if you're in the position to do so. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video as guided to. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye. All right, pile number 3, you guys have the Judge representing your pile. This is the energetic movements regarding your money at this current point in time, just to help you understand it. So my job is not to tell you exactly, what career you're meant to have, or stuff like that, but it is to help you understand certain things, to get the energy moving so you can get some money. Because you guys who have clicked on this video, you are struggling, unless you're not, but this is a video for those of you guys who are struggling, and struggling to me indicates a need for short-term cash. And so they've been given some solutions. I don't know if this pile will be like pile 1, where they told me to tell specific things, or if pile 2 is going to be like pile 2, where pile 2 already knew what to do. They just needed to shift what they were looking for. They already knew how. They already know how to go about it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, you guys have the Shaman coming out. You have the Six of Cups reversed. This is definitely something new. This is something you're not used to. You've got the Ten of Cups. Oh, but it's going to bring you so much glory. So 10 of Cups, Shaman, Judge, 6 of Cups. And then last but not least, you also have Stop the Cycle. There you go. I haven't seen these cards, but confirmation. So this is something new. This feels like a judgment call. Whatever you've been doing is not working, pile number 3. It's not for you anymore. There's something new for you. You got to quit it. You got to let it go, is what they're saying. This has outgrown you, or you have outgrown it. We're trying to repot the plant pot. We're trying to repot you. We're trying to give you more space. This doesn't have more space for you. Pile 3, you're blocking steady money here, a steady money flow, because you don't want to let go of something you've been doing to make money. That's been a stable way for quite a while. There could be so many reasons. Like, some of you guys are mothers with children, some of you guys are students, and there's only so much, like or for some of you guys, you're in a time of your life where it's like, okay, any other time, yeah, but right now I can't, because like everything's piled up, and now it's more expensive than ever. That was the worst time, and it's like, well, exactly, it's just going to keep getting worse. Have you seen the inflation? Have you seen the economy? It's going to keep getting worse. Do you want to do this now, or do you want to do this later? For someone, I'm getting something about a lifeguard, but I'm getting images of the beach. I'm getting someone blonde. I'm getting name Austin, Kyla. I'm getting like a bank check as well, really strongly. You guys, whatever you're doing right now, it is eating you alive. It is draining you for shit. You're blocking a better flow of money because you're not wanting to quit this job. You're not wanting to change it. Even though this is not a case of you recognizing that you need something different. I feel like you recognized that a long time ago. I just heard someone say to me psychically, but tell me how. Tell me how. How do I go from this, that I've been doing this whole time, to that? I don't know what that feels like. So you're going to have to go through it to know what it feels like. That may sound shit. All of these piles they've given me messages to tell you that kind of feel like a fuck you or annoyance or something like that. And it's not that at all. Oh my god, a snail got into my space. There's a snail in here. It's really nice in here. I'm outside right now in a tent. But you guys, you could be a Taurus. You could have a certain Taurus placement. You could have a Saturn retrograde or be in your Saturn return, and so certain things are feeling stagnant, because you could have quite active placements actually. I don't know why I got that, because this reading would tell me you've got more like stagnant placements, but no, this feels like you got more active placements. And right now you're on a timeline with a job that's more stagnant. You see how it's not fraying with you, it's not meshing with your energy. It's more so fraying your energy. There's so many skulls here too on these cards. So skulls is giving me the death card. You've got snake energy too, which is making me think of coiling up tight. You've got stop the cycle. You've got the Ten of Cups, which is concerned and regarding your happiness. And then what is this? The Six of Cups reversed, something from the past. You need to quit it. Pile 3, whether it pisses you off or not to hear it, this is not for you. It's not for you. For some of this is where you were and you quit it, and you're watching this reading now in a much better place financially, or in a much more stable place financially. And that's kind of how they're communicating to you the energetic movements of your financial situation right now. It's the opposite of everything I'm saying here. You know, it's not stagnant, it's active. It doesn't coil you in, it brings you out. So similarity is pile number 2. But your happiness is a point of concern, and right now you're not happy doing the work you're doing. So they're focused more on your happiness than your money. I've grown up and still live in poverty, and I've gone through all sorts of shades, periods, some periods that were better, some periods that were worse. I've grown up, I've matured, all sorts of things. But I'm telling you, like, you could take the same season of money, but different circumstances. Like, I was feeling happy, and it really trickles into everything, you know, obviously. And so I was happier doing the work I was doing because I was happy outside of it. But I feel like for you guys, this is a combination of a Capricornian and a Taurian energy that I'm getting, where you guys, no, is this more Taurus, hints of Capricorn, because you may like working here. You could work a lot. You've worked, they're saying it's Capricornian in the sense where you've worked for so long at the same job, if you resonate with that, because there's so much energy referring to that. This is something that needs to, you know, end. So angels remind me, I'm getting something about compatibility. You guys are in desperate need of happiness, and your happiness comes from money, actually. You ever hear the saying where it's like, you can't buy happiness with money? It's like, yes, the fuck you can. Yes, you can. I'll be honest with you. Let me break it down. Bitch, excuse me. If you don't have a pound in your account, imagine you got your house, no food, and you ain't even got a pound in your bank account to get bread, and you wake up and you're hungry, and you're not able to get that pound from anywhere. You can't even go into your overdraft. You can't use credit cards. You can't use all of that. And say it takes 3 days for you to find a way to get a pound. Say you're too stubborn to ask a friend for a pound. You do it yourself. That's 3 days where you go hungry. And you don't even realize that you're miserable, and it actually is shit to go hungry. It's shit. So you guys give me the energy where money does make you happy. You can't even lie to yourself. It makes sure it's not the piece of paper itself, but it's the fact that it allows you to have what you need. This is very Taurian energy. It allows you to have what you need. And having what you need and having what you want, both of those things are beautiful. And I wish we could, in a positive lens, not for narcissists or serial fucking killers, you know, I wish we could all have what we want. Because those things, those wants and those desires, I left out the P word, like P Diddy's, you know, obviously not people like that, that's not what I'm referring to, but good-hearted people like yourselves in pile number 3. It's like, to have what you want and what you need, you know what I'm saying, right? And not to have to stress or to worry. It's a luxury, and it's something to be enjoyed. And you guys feel very Taurian. Whether you're a Taurus or not, it doesn't matter. Or just tired in life, and so you just want it to, like, you guys, I can't tell if you like working or not. Some days you do, some days you don't. Isn't that for everyone, right? But you guys feel like this is just something you do. You work, you just do it. You have an okay job, a steady job. You've been there a long time, but you're not happy. I'm getting pretty hurts, and alive for whatever's worth. Perfection is a disease of the nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts. By Beyonce, Pretty Hurts by Beyonce. I'm getting that song where it's like, it's kind of killing you inside. This kind of hurts because you're not happy. Your short-term cash is not short-term physical money. Your short-term cash is your short-term happiness, because right now you're depleted. You need that endorphin boost. You need that dopamine boost urgently for your health and for your wellness, both your physical and your mental health. Pile number 3, because the job you're working does not feed your soul in any way, shape, or form. So you're on an SOS call for help right now, like an urgent TLC for things that make you happy, and that's knowledge. And I'm hearing power as well. Your job is not something that's exponential. You just do the same thing, whether you work in retail or as a cashier. You do the same thing all the time. It's a slow, silent killer is what the angels are saying. It's so slow and so silent that you don't even, well, for someone here, it's quite fast. Like me, I know what that feels like. But you can't even realize that it's happening. You don't even realize the changes. You don't even realize that you don't feel the same as you did in the beginning, So this is quite hidden from you. Now, for someone here, just know if this, because this is a money reading, so there's still money aspects in here, obviously, even though they're saying your short-term cash. Don't worry about short-term cash. We lured you here because we know you love your money. We lured you here because you need to hear about short-term happiness, because you are depleted. Your engine is on E, and you really need some more fuel. Because the angels will do that. They'll do things like that. They don't fuck around. Like, have you seen them with their swords in your third eye? The way they move. Bitch. They'll get your ass where it needs to be, regardless of what the fuck they have to do. They take their jobs very seriously. And by very seriously, I mean literally with their lives. So some of you need to hear that, because you got some fierce fucking angels and guides. Like, oh, goddamn. But for someone here, you are getting the short-term cash you need today. So congratulations, because you've been wanting this. I'm getting something about dynamite. I throw my hands up in the air sometimes, saying, ayo, da-na-na-na. I want to celebrate and live my life. You guys feel like you'd be amazing to just chill and hang out with. I'm sorry, this pal is screaming Taurus to me. So, and one last message, and you're just like, hold on, this is urgent. All of a sudden, as you refill, because this feels like for someone 9 months, 10 months, you ain't truly felt the happiness. You've just been working. And this is, I'm hearing the happiness of relaxation, actually. But for you lot, what's going to make you happy is feeding. So whether this is listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, going to the library, or engaging yourself with people and things where you can actually learn more, signing up for something, because you love knowledge, you love consuming content, you love consuming things here, and that fills your cup. Whether it's spiritual knowledge, so maybe you want to learn about tarot, learn the meanings of it, or go down that route. Like, you guys love knowledge, and this is what fills your cup. So the angels are saying right now, if you're struggling with your happiness, the answer is knowledge. Learn new things, because for some reason you guys feel a bit like Gemini, Aquarian almost. You love like different tidbits of information and knowledge. Go do that. Go back to your job, and when you go back to your job, you're gonna want to quit it on the same day. If you can take a 2-week period right now where you you may have taken a holiday, but were you doing what feeds your soul? Because you guys feel like you do a lot of things that don't actually feed your soul, but it's just because it's like, well, this is life. You do that. You pay your taxes, and it's like, I got to pay my taxes. I got to pay rent. I got to do this. Okay. But how much time do you actually spend doing the things you want to do? Because I feel like you spend very little time doing that. Pound number 3. And you're depleted. And right now, the angels want an abundance of happiness for you to feel, even though that's a fleeting emotion. Because when you come back to work after feeling that boost, it's like when you come back from holiday and it's like, God, I hate working here now. I was just tolerating it before. I was okay. You go on holiday, do a bunch of stuff you enjoy, you come back and it's like, God, I fucking hate it. Now, the angels, spirit, God, source, universe wants you in a position where you're at a job or you do something for a living. You go on holiday, you come back and it's like, man, I miss my fucking job, man. I miss doing this. That's what they want. And that may sound a bit delulu, like that only happens in the movies, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. So yeah, pound number 3, you're kind of blocking your own way right now. But this is going to shift up the money, and then all of a sudden I see you hopping from whatever you've been doing into something new. And like this shift happening within a month. And that being considered as like short term for you guys. Because I feel like you guys, if it's short term, like a day or two, you're actually okay. You have what you need. This is more like your paycheck each month. It's like, okay, I pay and I have what I need, but I'm still restricted and I still, don't have like this much left over at the end. And it's like, I want to be able to do more for myself. I want to be able to make more. So you guys are not in like super, super, super urgent, one day situations, because those can be crazy, scary. So yeah. Pile 3, I'll leave this here. I hope this helps you understand the energetic movements behind your money. If you would like to donate, support what I do here, or to book a reading, feel free. My readings are currently half price and for the next 7 days. And then when they're not half price, I will be removing that information just so no one books ahead. But anyways, I'm waffling. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It's guided to you. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.